Hey, have you ever ended your day just completely exhausted, feeling like you worked nonstop, but yet you didn't actually accomplish anything that mattered? Well, you're not alone. Most leaders that I know are drowning in tasks. We're overwhelmed by never-ending to-do lists, and we're stuck in the cycle of reacting instead of leading. But I've discovered there is a simple system that we can use to take back control of our time, and we can get more done even while working less. And that's where the A.D.D method comes in. Automate, delegate, or delete. A few years back, I was just drowning in tasks. My to-do list was endless. My inbox was overflowing. It just felt like no matter how many hours I worked, I could never get ahead. I was stuck in the do it all myself mindset. Every email, every meeting, every tiny decision, it all landed on my plate. And the worst part, I thought that's just what good leadership looked like. And then I was reading David Allen's book, Getting Things Done. And there was a line that just hit me. He said, "You can do anything, but not everything." And that was the mindset shift I needed. I had to stop doing everything myself and start focusing only on what truly mattered to me, only the things that only I could do. And that's when I learned the A.D.D method. They automate, delegate, or delete. For my friends Paul Fleming and Brian Beauford, they run a company called startdelegating.com. Basically, they help leaders to master the art of delegation. And so this A.D.D method, it's a simple way to take control of your time and eliminate distractions and to free yourself to focus on the work that actually moves the needle. So let's unpack this a little bit. The first is automation. And for me, this is a game changer, but only if you do it right. At Text and Church, automation helps us serve thousands of church leaders every single week without missing a beat. Our guest follow-up automation ensures that new visitors receive a well-timed series of text messages and emails without a staff member having to manually send them. That's time saved and impact multiplied. But here's the catch. Automation only scales what's already in place. So if your process is broken, automation doesn't fix it. It actually just makes it fail faster. And I've seen churches and businesses alike send out automated emails with placeholder text instead of like the real names. We've all seen that before, right? So instead of making a great first impression, they actually made people feel like an afterthought. That's bad automation at scale. So before you automate anything, make sure that your process is solid. Test it manually first, and does it work exactly as you intended? And then think through the customer experience. Would you be happy to receive this? Double check every automation before turning it on, because one wrong setting can cause absolute chaos. But I want to hammer home, when automation is set up correctly, it buys back your time. And when it's rushed, it creates more problems than it solves. So take your time and lean into automation as you feel ready. And the next is delegation. And this is why delegation is a superpower, because I used to believe that if I wanted something done right, I had to do it myself. But that's just a lie that keeps leaders stuck. Delegation, it's not about offloading work. It's about empowering other people. And when done right, it actually makes your team stronger. Take our hiring process at Text and Church. We get hundreds of applications when we post a job. And early on, sifting through them manually was completely overwhelming. I wasted a ton of time that could have been spent on higher level tasks. So we automated the first part of the process, and then we delegated the next step. So now we have a system in place that filters applications based on a set of criteria that we came up with. And then our hiring team reviews only the best candidates. So I'm no longer buried in resumes, but we're still able to hire incredible people because I come into the picture only in the final phases. And so if you're afraid to delegate, ask yourself, is this something that only I can do? And if not, someone else should be doing it. Is there someone on my team who would thrive in this responsibility? And if so, delegate it to them. And another question to think through is, can I provide a system or a training to make this easier so that I can delegate it? If the answer is yes, build it once and then let your team run with it. Because delegation, it's not about losing control. It's about freeing yourself to lead. And the last part of the A.D.D method is to delete. And this might be the most important step, because there are some tasks that shouldn't be automated or delegated. They should be eliminated completely. A big mindset shift that I've made in my leadership is ruthlessly evaluating my to-do list. Instead of assuming everything is necessary, I ask, does this task actually move the needle? Would anything bad happen if I stopped doing it? Am I doing this just because I've always done it? And if a task doesn't add value, cut it. If a meeting doesn't serve a purpose, cancel it. If a report isn't leading to action, delete it. At Text and Church, we realized that many of our meetings could be handled with a quick asynchronous video update in Slack. So instead of pulling the whole team into a call, we can record a video update, we can share it, and let people respond when it works for them. And for us, the result was more time, fewer distractions, and better focus on high impact work. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's time for you to apply this ADD method. Automate by identifying those repetitive tasks and utilizing tools like Zapier and email sequences and workflows to handle them. So delegate by stopping the habit of doing things that someone else could do better and lean in to empowering your team. And delete by cutting out anything that doesn't truly matter, because less is more. And here's what I've learned. The more you practice this, the more you'll start seeing opportunities to streamline, to simplify, and to free up your time. And when leaders stop trying to do everything themselves and they focus on automating, delegating, or deleting tasks, they buy back their time for what truly matters. So if you're feeling buried in your work, take a hard look at your to-do list and ask, what can I automate? What can I delegate? And what can I delete? And once you start thinking in this way, you'll never approach work the same way again. So I'm curious, what's one thing that you've automated, delegated, or deleted that's made a huge difference in your productivity? So if you would, drop it in the comments because I love to see your insights.